Hi everyone, welcome to another design lesson video. In each video, I'm going to review some key design principles that you should keep in mind when you're thinking about renovating or decorating your space. Today's topic is all about drapery panels. Curtains can transform the look and feel of any room. However, choosing the right drapery for your space can be challenging, especially if you're not familiar with the different types, styles, and fabrics available. In today's video, I'm going to share tips on what to consider and how to measure your very own drapery panels. Curtains can serve various purposes such as blocking light, providing privacy, enhancing insulation, and of course, adding aesthetic appeal. Depending on what you want to achieve with your drapery, you may need to choose different materials, colors, patterns, and lengths. For example, if you want to block out sunlight and noise, you may opt for heavier and darker fabrics. I love heavier fabrics like velvet for a bedroom. It really enhances the look and feeling of privacy, coziness, and warmth. Linen curtains can appear to be light in visual weight, but they can be lined to help with sun blocking and prevent light from coming through the panels when they're in the closed position. Lining your drapery will help with the draping of the panels as well. If you want to create a light and breezy atmosphere, you may choose lighter and even more transparent fabrics. I love sheers for that whimsical layer where complete privacy may not be necessary. You can layer up your curtain panels with sheers in behind by using a special double rod installation. You can also combine a blind to pair with your curtains. This Roman blind provides the functionality of blocking out light when needed while still having a pair of drapery panels to elongate the look of the window. These fabric panels can be stationary because you'll have privacy from the blind, which may also mean you don't need as much fabric in the panels, and that can be a big budget saver. In any case, you'll also need to consider the type of drapery heading. That's the top portion of your drapery panels and how they attach to the rod at the top. From the classic pinch pleat to a more modern ripple fold, the heading can greatly affect the overall look of your drapes. A pinch pleat always looks tailored and elegant in my opinion. When I'm working with custom drapery, I love the classic pinch pleat and I tend to stay away from the grommet and pocket headings because they tend to look a little more basic, definitely more casual and less tailored overall. However, you are more likely to find grommet or pocket headings for ready-made drapes because they are so much easier to install. For a more modern approach, look for a ripple fold heading where the drapery is hung from a track and that track can be attached to the ceiling like in this image. It's such a clean look because the track is very minimal and there's no need for drapery rods and decorative finials. I prefer a ripple fold when the drapery is being installed wall to wall as well, and it especially works well with wall to wall sheers. If you want to give your windows a fresh look with new drapery, you need to measure them correctly before ordering or sewing your curtains. Measuring for drapery is not difficult, but it does require some attention to detail. Be meticulous. Here are some steps to help you measure your windows for drapery panels. How high? Decide how high you want to hang your drapery rod. A common rule of thumb is to hang it 6 inches above the window frame, but you can adjust it according to your preference and the style of your drapery. Ideally, you want to elongate the look of the windows as much as possible. How wide? Measure the width of your window frame and add 8 to 12 inches to get the length of your drapery rod. This will allow some overhang on each side and create a fuller look for your curtains. What's the length? Measure the height of your window from the top of the frame to the floor or to the desired length of your drapery. Subtract the length of the drapery rod and any rings or clips you will use to hang your curtains. This will give you the finished length of your drapery panels. What's the fullness? Multiply the length of your rod by 1.5 to 3 to get the total width of fabric you will need for your drapery panels. This will ensure that your curtains have enough fullness and drape well. Then divide this number by the number of panels you want to have, usually 2, to get the width of each panel. If you don't take care in this step, you'll get panels that could look skimpy and thin on either side of your window. So make sure to go through step 4. The final cut, add 1 inch to the width and 4 inches to the length of each panel for hemming and finishing. You can adjust these measurements according to the type of fabric and the style of the hem you want to use. Now you have all the measurements you need to order or make your own drapery. You can choose from a variety of fabrics, colors, patterns, and styles to create the perfect look for your windows. The rod and hardware are not only functional, but they're also decorative elements that can enhance or detract from your drapery. You should choose a rod and hardware that match the style of your drapery, as well as the overall theme of your room. For example, if you have a modern and minimalist room, you may opt for a sleek and simple metal rod with hidden brackets. I love a classic 1 3/8 inch diameter rod. If you have a traditional and elegant room, you may prefer a wooden or wrought iron rod with decorative finials. In the end, I feel that the fabric is always the key to beautiful drapery. The hardware shouldn't detract or take away the attention, so keep that in mind. Once you have selected and purchased your drapery, you'll need a level, a tape measure, a pencil, a drill, and a stepladder. Mark and drill the holes for the brackets, attach the rod and hardware, and hang the drapery. You may need to iron or steam your drapery before hanging it to remove any wrinkles or creases. That really helps the end result. You can also experiment with different ways of styling your drapery, such as tying it back with holdbacks or tassels, adding trims or beads to the edges of the drapery like this dainty little tassel trim in a contrasting color. Or adding accessories like pillows or throws that coordinate with your drapery color or pattern. I love incorporating some of the fabric for the drapery somewhere else in the room, like a throw cushion or two. After installing your drapery, you can sit back and admire how it transforms your room. So there you have it. Panels are more than just window coverings. They can enhance the style, mood, and functionality of any interior space. Start with figuring out what kind of drapery heading you'd like, the functionality of the curtains, and definitely take the time and measure meticulously. Once you have those details, shop for hardware and fabric that best reflects your style. Drapery can really finish a room, so choose wisely. From warm and cozy to light and airy, the options are endless. I hope this has inspired you to look for new ways to be creative with your home. If you've been inspired by any of these design ideas, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you're loving. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification button so you don't miss the next video. I've also got so many videos on the channel, so if there's a design problem you're dealing with, chances are I've got a video to help you through it. And if you need personalized design advice, look for me on Patreon. I've helped so many of you already with your own homes and design projects. We can schedule a one-on-one consultation. Just head to patreon.com/designchickie for all the details. And a great big thank you to my patrons. I've been helping them with interior design advice all month. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It helps to grow this channel. See you soon.